President Trump calls out hate groups. Civil rights investigation underway after violence in Charlottesville. And a Canadian pastor is released from a North Korean prison. Hey, David Dole here with your top news stories for the day. President Trump has finally called out white supremacist groups in response to the violence in Charlottesville, Virginia. This after he faced bipartisan backlash for not immediately calling out the groups, and instead condemning hate, bigotry, and violence on many sides.
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans.
Trump's remarks on Monday come 2 days after white nationalists protested the city's planned removal of a Confederate statue. They were seen carrying torches and waving Nazi and Confederate flags. There were also violent clashes with counter-protesters. Meanwhile, the Justice Department has opened a civil rights investigation into the deadly car attack during the racially charged protests in Charlottesville. 20-year-old James Alex Fields is accused of ramming his car into a group of counter-protesters. 32-year-old Heather Heyer was killed and 19 others were injured. Fields has been charged with second-degree murder. In other news, the Canadian pastor held in a North Korean prison for more than 2 years returned home over the weekend. Hyun Soo Lim was sentenced to hard labor for allegedly trying to overthrow the country's regime. Since returning home, he has detailed his harsh life in solitary confinement, where he was forced to dig holes in frozen ground. Lim also says he believes North Korea let him go as a sign of goodwill amid the escalating tensions between Washington and Pyongyang. These are the top stories for the day. See you tomorrow.